All right, there you go. So your question is for categories of people, you mean like based on how they respond?
Yeah.
And then you're not really going to have time to do like a flow chart based on how they respond. It's really hopefully I can get someone on the phone and you can see it in action. Basically, you want to get their attention by saying, "Hey, I'm calling about the upcoming election for DA. Are you concerned about that? Do you have any opinions about the current DA?" And see what they say. Most people are saying that they think the current DA needs to go. So when I hear that, I go to the little survey here and I choose yes, Gascon needs to go. Then I immediately tell them a description of our candidate. I'm calling on behalf of John McKinney. He's been a deputy DA for 25 years. He's handled major crimes cases. And all of that information, that thumbnail information, is here in the script. So if you want, you can take screenshots or whatever you want of the script and then summarize it however you see fit, whatever works for you to get people on. It's really only this section and then this next section. Well, no, skip this. Are you going to vote for McKinney? Don't worry about that.
Well, Mr. Lustig,
Yeah.
can you put your phone number in the Zoom chat? Thank you.
Okay. You're challenging me for all of my computer skills here. But okay, here
Oh,
you go.
sorry.
No, that's all right. So that's my number. You got it. Good question about recording the meeting. So let me because it seems like we have more people on. Oh, we have a whole bunch of people on. I'm seeing now, and I'm scrolling down. So let me start one more time from the top. We're calling to get name awareness from my colleague John McKinney, who's running for district attorney in Los Angeles County. It's a very important election. The current DA is named George Gascon, and he's causing major problems in LA County. The big idea of this calling program, or the big goal, for the most part, is to drop voicemails into people's voicemail systems, their cell phones or their home phones, whatever we have. The people we're calling are all high propensity voters, meaning they voted in the last four elections. So they're people that are very likely to vote. So we want to drop the voicemails in their inboxes so we can get name recognition. The voicemail goes is a pre-recorded message in the candidate's voice. The other thing that you will get every 40 or 50 calls is someone will actually answer the phone. If that's the case, we have this script that I'm showing you that you can study and make a couple of notes. But if you start reading, if you say, "Hi, my name is Jim, and I'm a volunteer calling on behalf of one of the candidates for the upcoming election for DA," they will hang up on you pretty quickly. You have to get their attention and say, "Hey, my name is Jason, and I'm calling to see if you're paying attention to the upcoming election for DA in LA." See what they say. And you can ask them, "Are you aware of the current DA? Do you know what his name is? Do you think he's doing a good job?" See what they say. Most people will answer that they don't like the current DA. If they answer that, come down here and just answer this question. Yes, he needs to go, or no, I like him and he's staying, or they're unsure. Depending on what they say, most say that they want him to go. And then you can say, "Okay, I've got some good information for you. There's a deputy DA. His name is John McKinney. That's why I'm calling." And then use your notes to try to tell them real quick. He's a 25-year prosecutor. He was the lead prosecutor on the Nipsey Hussle case. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. That's the rapper that got murdered in South LA. John was the prosecutor on that case. You want to give them a little information about John to get their attention and for them to take down his name. And then the other thing, don't worry about this question. Can we count on your vote? I think it's kind of presumptuous to ask them after a 2 minute conversation to commit to voting for him. So I usually skip that. And then what you want to do is please go to his website, mckinney4la.com. You go to his website, there's videos, you can learn more about him. and we really think you'll like him. And if you do go there and you like him, please tell your friends and family to vote for him and spread the word because we need all the votes we can get. That's basically it. Get their attention on the election, see how they feel about Gascon, and then tell them about McKinney. And do the best you can without reading, because people will quickly, get disinterested if they hear someone reading. You're only going to get someone to answer the phone once every 40 or 50 calls, so it's not going to happen that much. And when it does, you'll probably mess up the first time that someone answers, and you'll be a little bit confused because you'll be shocked that someone actually answered the phone. But don't worry about it. Just get through it, and it'll be good practice. Let me make a couple more calls. So this last one, we did a voicemail, didn't we? We dropped a voicemail, I think. So I'm going to put in left message in the call disposition field, automatically populates the notes field, and let's go to the next call.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Jason. We actually might get somebody because a lot of times these calls go through. Oh my God, I'm going to have to say this name.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
All right, so that's a win. We got a voicemail. We dropped a voicemail. Call disposition. We left a message. Now, again, this is what I've been doing so I don't get a call failed right after leaving a voicemail. Instead of hitting save and next call, I just hit save. And then I chill out for a minute. I'll look at my cell phone, I'll look out the window, whatever it is. I'll give the computer a chance to leave the voicemail message. Let me see. What else? If you get a voicemail system and you feel like you made a mistake, like you waited too long or you pressed the drop voicemail button too soon, you can always hit the redial button and it'll redial a number that you just called, and then you can leave the voicemail in the proper way. The dial pad here is only to operate voicemail systems. When you get a voicemail system, you can use this to operate it, but it won't dial a phone number. You can't dial out with it. All the numbers are already programmed into Call Hub that we'll be calling. I've played with it and it doesn't work. What else? All right, so maybe we waited long enough to leave that voicemail. I'm going to hit next call. So it's ringing, so we waited long enough. We're looking for Robert. He lives in Culver City. I've actually gotten so used to this program, I can watch a football game and make calls at the same time. I just have the mute button ready. All right, we got no answer. I have the mute button ready. So in case someone answers, I just hit mute on the TV and then I talk to them. Otherwise, really you're just operating the buttons on the app. When you use the phone app, because this is the desktop version, when you download Call Hub and you do it from your cell phone, obviously the layout's going to look different because the cell phone's a lot smaller, but all the same functionality is there. And I got to imagine you guys are all young enough that you'll figure out how to use all the functions pretty quickly. So you can see I'm really glad that I have you guys calling because this is a numbers game. I already have like 60 people signed up besides you guys. So in volume, we can make a difference of leaving voicemails. They say that a voter has to hear a candidate's name 4 times All right, so we got a fax machine, so we'll hang up, use the hang up button. Call disposition, I'll just put machine, after machine, I'll put fax, and then I'll go on to the next call. What was I saying? Yeah, so in big numbers, we can leave a lot of voicemail messages. And when a voter hears someone's name 4 times, that's when you have a chance for them voting for him. Most voters will have no idea who these candidates are. There are going to be 12 candidates on the ballot. That's why name recognition is so important. And this isn't the only outreach the campaign is doing. This is just one aspect. We're doing social media. Oh, this is what you guys need to do. You need to follow John McKinney's Instagram. So let me put the Instagram in the chat. So it's it's John McKinney _ So go to his Instagram, please, and start following him, and actually look at his videos, look at all of his posts, because then you'll get a really good feel for who he is. And this will take life for you, because he's a really good guy. You'll see that pretty clearly. So go to his Instagram, figure out what his Twitter is, and if you do Facebook, find him on Facebook, and just follow him, friend him, like his stuff. You know, you guys know how to do that better than me. I don't really use much social media. I have Instagram, but I just kind of look at it. I don't do much with it. And to the extent that you can take his posts and repost them or forward them or like them or whatever you guys do, that will help as well. You can be part of our social media spreading the word. So any questions at this point?
No questions.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Let me make like 2 more calls. Oh, so this, what just happened? We had a no answer. So you got to put in a call disposition before you can go to the next call. Let's save the next call. We're looking for Kimberly. The other thing is, the app will only allow you to make calls between 8 a.m. in the morning and 9 p.m. at night. They say that the best hours to call people are between 3 in the afternoon and 7 at night, which kind of makes sense when people are kind of most active and some people are home from work, but it's not too close to bedtime. But if you want to make calls at 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, that's fine. We just need a whole bunch of calls to be made. So we got another no answer, hit no answer, move to the next call. Another difficult name, Joaquin? Joaquin, maybe?
Please leave a message after the tone.
Right, so that's another win. We dropped a voicemail. Left message. Is everybody good? I'm happy to make a couple more calls or answer questions. If while you're doing it, you have questions, you guys have my cell phone now. Don't hesitate to call me. Please call me Jason. I know I'm kind of old, but I don't really feel that old. So call me Jason, call my cell phone. Any questions? Don't struggle with it. I'd rather answer your question quickly than have you struggle with it. Do one more. Let's see if it'll call right now. Yeah, okay, it's ringing. You can see while you're doing it, after a while, you really don't have to focus on the screen. I go to the next call and
The person you have dialed can't take your call now. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, simply hang up or press the pound key for further options.
Another win. We left the voicemail. I wonder, have any of you guys ever done a calling campaign before? No one?
No, this is my first time.
All right,
I
cool.
haven't
Me
either.
too. Yeah, me too.
All right, this is great. This is good experience for you guys. This campaign that we're working on, this district attorney campaign in LA County, is probably one of the most important local elections in United States history. What's going on in LA County with the criminal justice system is such a major problem. It's almost worldwide news that this DA who's in office issued a set of policies which has made life much more easy for criminals in LA County. I am sure you have seen scenes of smash and grabs and people ramming cars into businesses and all this craziness going on. A lot of it is because of policies that were issued by the current district attorney. And these are policies that me, as a deputy district attorney, I am forced to follow, or I could be disciplined at my job. So whereas personally, I didn't feel compelled to follow the policies because I've been around long enough, and there's not much this DA can do to me. Other DAs are very scared about not following the policy. So it's really an important election. I'd urge you to read some articles about what's going on with the LA County DA's office to get up to speed on it, because it's major news in the United States. So let me do another call. All right, we got a call failed. That's pretty common. So this is weird that it's ringing right off the bat. We'll see what happens.
This number has a voicemail box that has not been set up by the subscriber. Please try again later.
Call disposition, machine, whatever. It doesn't really matter what you put in here. And I'll do another call, but I'm sure you guys are getting it now. I'm not sure if everybody's been on here the whole time, but so we got a call failed. Now this is kind of important. If you get too many call faileds in a row, again, log out of the system, maybe shut down your phone and turn it on, or restart your computer. Just kind of clear it, because I find once I do that, when I start calling again, things start going through more smoothly. You get more voicemails and you get people picking up. So don't hesitate to log out and log back in. Let me try another one. Some interesting names tonight. Day, Ate, Etet. No answer. Call disposition, no answer. So I think you guys probably have the idea. Again, any questions? You're all good?
No.
All right. Oh,
So mostly you just want to like not sound like a robot for these calls, right? You want to sound like personal with it. Is that like the general gist of it?
exactly. The quicker you can get their attention, you would say, like, hi, my name's Andrew. I'm calling to see if you're paying attention to the upcoming election for DA. And if you are, I have some really important information for you. See what they say, right? And then as soon as you can get into it, say, I'm calling on behalf of John McKinney. He's running for DA. He's been a DA for 25 years. 65% of the DAs in the office support him. You know, anything you can say about him, and just keep saying John McKinney. You know, John McKinney prosecuted Nipsey Hussle. When you get your ballot, look for John McKinney's name on the ballot. You know, try to get his name out there to them, and then try to give them his website, McKinney4LA.com, so that they can look him up. That's really just the goal. Get their attention. Let them know about McKinney. You know, read the script here, so you can get a couple of talking points, whichever talking points you feel comfortable with, or that roll out of your mouth most comfortably. You don't have to hit them all, because people won't give you that much time. And if they hang up on you, don't take it personal. It happens all the time. But now people are very interested in this. They really are. So if you talk about the election, a lot of people have gotten their ballots, and you know, tell them, hey, you've got your ballot. There's 12 names running for DA. You got to remember the name John McKinney and work for and vote for him. And that's it. And if they want further information, again, you could give them my number or give me their name and number, and I'll call them back and, you know, see if we can get another vote. I'll do one more for good luck. Let's see if we can get someone to answer. Okay, another no answer. It's common. So what I would ask you guys is, I don't want to give you a specific number of calls to make or how often to do it. You know how busy you are, how much time you have. Obviously, the more calls, the better. But however you discipline yourself, whether you say, hey, I'm going to make 20 calls a day, you know, and stick to that, or I'm going to do, you know, whatever, 3 hours a week, or whatever you can put in, everything you're doing will help. They'll increase name recognition. And if we have enough people doing it, we can really make a significant difference. And again, along the way, as you're doing it, you have my cell phone. Call me with any questions or suggestions or whatever. You're never bothering me. Text me, whatever. We're all working very hard on this. I've been working for 2 years trying to get rid of this district attorney. It's a very terrible situation. He retaliated against me personally. He basically demoted me. He took away my supervisor status in the office after, you know, 32 years of dedicating my life to this office, which a lot of us do. This job is you feel very good. If any of you are thinking about a career path and going into law, being a prosecutor is a very, very rewarding career. You don't make a ton of money, but you feel good about yourself every day because all you're trying to do is to achieve justice. If someone commits a crime, you hold them accountable. If you find out that they didn't commit the crime, even though the police arrested them, you dismiss the case. There's, you know, anything you hear on the media about prosecutors wanting just to throw everybody in prison is really inaccurate. Our whole job is to do justice, which is why people like me stay with it for so long. Also, if you guys want to intern in the DA's office, I'd suggest you do it. I know you live out in Riverside, but I don't know how close Pomona is, because we have a Pomona office, or volunteer for a prosecutor's office out in your area. You'll learn a lot. People really like it. So anyway, and at the end of this, you know, I can see how many calls everybody makes. So, you know, if you make a ton of calls for me and you want recommendation letters, I'm happy to do it. You know, if you put in the work, I am happy to say, hey, this person worked hard on the campaign and be a reference for you. So anything you can do to help, really appreciate it.
Oh, hi, Jason. This
Yes.
is Mary.
Hi,
Hi,
Mary.
yeah, nice to see you. So now I just got a six small volunteer. They want join this the phone banking program. So
Great.
I just sent the email to you,
Yes.
and you're gonna accept another Zoom meeting for training, right?
Yes.
If it,
Now that this one is recorded, maybe I could just play the recorded training.
oh yeah, that would be perfect. Okay, I just passed the email to you right now. Okay.
Okay, yeah, and then I'll
Mary.
I'll
Yeah.
Hi,
send
Mary. Hi, Jason. This is Lily. I just have idea. If the meeting today we have, you put out on the screen. If you can copy it and send to the message so everybody can see it, it's easier for everyone.
Are you talking about the recording?
Yeah, they're recording the message that you have here. So you just send out to the message group message so everybody can have it and they can read it. And the writing is more bigger and they can just read the message to the person who's calling. So it's easy. I'm doing the phone banking before one in my job. So we have a computer room, so we're doing different, but now we're using our phone. So you better just send out the message. The
Are you
one, my
talking
name
about
is
this material? Are you talking about this material?
yeah, and the
script?
answer and the answer in the bottom and the area you saw up that one. You also can send it in the message group so everybody can see it.
Okay, this is all built in the app. It's all in the app. So when you're actually making calls, this will all be on your phone or on your
Okay, I see. I see. It's in the computer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
All right. Thank you.
yeah, it's built in. So even when you do it on your phone, all of this material, and then, this and all of this, it's all there for you to look at every time you make a call. Is that
Yeah, I see. Okay.
okay?
Thank you.
Now, can one of you tell me how I get this recording? Well, let me stop recording because we probably went far enough.
You get the recording, once you end the meeting, there will be like a pop-up that's downloading the recording, and you can just like go to the file from that pop-up to find the recording.
Okay, how do I stop the recording? Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna stop